All right, let's get updates from the scene of the incident where our correspondent Sarah Ayeku is standing by. Sarah, quickly bring us up to speed what we know now with the number of persons rescued and rescue operations.
So what is going on right now as we speak is that this car has been parked here since Monday. So they're suspecting that the person that owns this car is probably trapped, was actually in the building when the building collapsed on Monday. So what you're seeing right now is that they just got access into the car and they're trying to decipher, understand, ascertain the owner of the car so they can get some kind of identity in the car. The media is not allowed to go very close. We're being asked to stay away and then maintain the perimeter that they have given us. As you can see, some media are trying to, of course, ask questions about the identity of the person that owns the car. So that's what we're still doing right now. And so we're not allowed to go close to that place to see that. But away from that now, we'll definitely ask questions about that later on. If you look behind me, you see that the search and rescue operation search is still on for persons still trapped under the rubble. They still believe that there could still be persons trapped under the rubble, because the reason we're saying that is because we see some family members, colleagues, people that they've not been able to identify their loved ones at the morgue. They're still here waiting to get some kind of information, some kind of news about their loved ones, who they believe are trapped under the rubble. So as you can see, that's the 4 excavators are still working inside there, and hopefully we get to hear some information from some official from the National Emergency Management Agency, from the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency. So the NEMA official addressed us earlier, and the question we had asked him is there any hope of finding anybody under the rubble? This is more than 72 hours after this incident happened. It happened on Monday at about 2 p.m. and this is Thursday, Veronica. And so the hope is thinning out, but the family members are still expecting that they get some kind of good news from the emergency responders, and that's what we're all waiting for. Even bystanders, that's what we're waiting for. And so the media, of course, is not allowed to leave this area. This is our stop here, and some family members, I understand, are inside, of course, just trying to monitor the process. There have been complaints about the pace of work, that the emergency responders had employed this time around. But the emergency responders are assuring us that they're doing all they can to ensure that they save more people instead of recovering more.
So what you are saying, Sarah, is that the number 36 has not changed.
The official figure that we have for now is still 36. 33 males, 33 men, and then 3 females. That's the number that we have of casualties. For the survivors, it still remains the same. It's still 9. 3 had received first aid treatment on Monday when they were rescued from this operation, and they had gone home. 6 of them are still in the hospital, receiving treatment. Some fractures, some injuries. So they're still in the hospital. That we know. But we know that. We also know that when we spoke to the NEMA officer earlier on, he had told us that they are doing all they can to ensure that they save more people. And so he says they are using what he calls an infrared detector. Now, what this does is that it detects the heartbeat. If there's a heartbeat within 2 meters or 20, and this infrared detector can go as far as 25 meters. So they're deploying the infrared detector to see if there is any heartbeat, if they can hear any heartbeat, and that's what they've been doing since morning. So they stop the excavators to see if they can detect anything. Immediately they detect something, then they move in to help. So the detector helps them a lot, and that's what they've been doing since morning. They started at about 8 a.m. So we've been seeing them go in and out to carrying out their operation, but we've not been able to go in as the media to check what the progress is like. But if you see from here, when I went there earlier in this morning, it seems like there's just a quarter of rubble remaining. Most of the ground has been cleared. This gives you a picture of how far they've gone in the search operation. So it's just a quarter of rubble that's remaining. Hope is thinning out, Veronica. People are anxious, just want to get some kind of good news.
Right. Now, talk to us about the help desk that was set up by the governor yesterday. How far have they come with information? What is the activity that you're seeing going on there?
So, when we spoke earlier this morning, the help desk officials had not resumed, but as of now you see that there are officials there from the Red Cross, from the emergency management agency that's here in Lagos. You also have the national agency there also trying to speak with members, family members, people that have lost one person or the other, people that are coming forward to say they are missing someone they suspect would have been in the building at the time it collapsed. So you see that they're getting information from that man over there, and so what the process is, you go to that desk, you tell them you're looking for someone that you suspect could have been in the building, give them the time, the last time you heard from the person, why you think the person is there, and so they give you a form. You fill the form. When you fill the form, you're being asked to go online to fill another form and then upload the picture of the person you're looking for, and then later on they will contact you or take you to the morgue for identification. And so that's the process that you see going on over there. That's the help desk that the governor had set up yesterday to help identify persons that are suspected to be in the building. But the problem is there is no manifest to track the number of persons that are in the building. It's still unclear how many persons are.
All right, our correspondent Sarah Ayeku at the scene of the collapsed building in Ikoyi. She's just bringing us up to speed with developments there. The number of deaths is still at 36, and the number of persons rescued alive still stands at 9. And we saw she was talking to us about the activities of those on the help desk, and they have been able to help some persons gather the information they need as necessary as possible, and also later send them to the necessary quarters.